Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Down South Football Podcast Live, man. We coming to y'all this morning for what's supposed to be football and hosted this morning. I think Dave got the assignment. I think I got mine to know. Some folks are driving, some folks had a long night last night. We ain't gonna say his name, but to the right of me if you can kind of see that. But man, we in the building, man. You know, we just want to come talk to y'all this morning, man. Just preview the day action as you can see. But before we do that, man, please understand that you see all of us got the merch on, man. You can get it from Down South Football. You get it for Down South Football. It's from DSLpodcast.com, man. Go on there, look for your merchandise in the merchandise section. You can find everything you want from there for us. But fellas, how y'all doing? How everybody doing, man?
Man, doing good, man.
0-1 already. Damn Memphis. 0-1 already for the week.
What? Want to know?
We told you.
Goddamn Memphis.
Told you.
Memphis.
We sat there. We sat there and told you.
They did not understand the assignment.
This is gonna be. I told you on the show Thursday. Remember the 3-7, 7-3 being went last week. Being have a small chance to go 3-7.
But look, in my Renard voice though, I didn't put them on my ticket though. I didn't have that game on my ticket.
You are not allowed to say that.
No, you're not at all.
I didn't have them on my ticket.
First of all, sir, until you win a ticket, you are not allowed to talk about tickets on this show.
I thought BM won a ticket last week.
This is my first week dipping my toe in this week. This is my first week dipping my toe in. I'm dipping my toe in this week. They won on my ticket this week.
He signed up on an account last week.
Yeah, I signed up, but I dipped my toe in this week.
Yeah, you know. So hey, this right. You're gonna pray for help. You know, being emotional on a whole different level. So you know, we can't even talk about that. But we here just talking about this morning action. But Dave, I got to already get it. Somebody's already started.
Oh man.
Hey Chuck.
Now, Chuck, you've been missing for a couple weeks, brother.
I mean, yeah.
I'm about to say the same thing.
You've been missing for a couple weeks, Chuck. What's going on?
What was your last week, Chuck? When Dion, what was your homecoming, Chuck?
Yeah, man. That's why he was hiding out, man. That's why he was hiding out. It gonna get real. I got my classic jokes, my classic Facebook jokes loaded up over here, so I'm letting slide.
And in honor of Classic Week, in honor of Classic Week coming up officially tomorrow, we will welcome all A&M gear as a Down South Football Podcast substitute. If you have it, you will be able to wear it next week. Please do. All A&M gear. So Chuck, I'm sorry, I don't have an Alabama State gear. You want something? Send us something. Send me something.
Yeah.
Tuck, your battery is dead on your camera.
Your battery is dead.
You know why it's dead? Because Ben took forever. That's why it's dead.
You blaming Ben this morning?
You blame
Ben finna get all the smoke this morning, bro.
Look, I have to go coach. I had to go coach some children in a few minutes.
Talking about Chuck? What you mean? What? You heard what I said? It's all welcome.
Hey Renard, look, man, we already got Bama State colors on, all right?
Yeah, we do today.
That's true.
Yeah, we really do today.
We got Bama State colors on.
Deal with that. Hey, Chuck, how about you buy some?
There you go.
And then how about you do that?
We got the colors on today, so there you go. A week ahead of time, because next week ain't none of us gonna have nothing black and gold on. So nothing.
See, I'm not going there, Chuck. I'm not gonna say that to you, dog. I mean, if you send me some, I'll wear it. I'll just put it to you like that. If you put me on, but man, today, I want to talk about a couple games. I think we should just talk about a game that we didn't even really get into, and it's getting more and more intriguing by the moment. It really is, and I'm really interested. That's this one. We talked about it. I mean, we previewing today. Actually, we talked about this Thursday night. If you missed Thursday night show, please go back and talk about it. But this line has not. It tried to move a little bit, but it hasn't moved. It almost got to 7.5, but it's not there. But I guess my question to you is like, I had to go back and look at this game a little bit deeper to say, okay, why is Iowa State a favorite?
Yes, why?
You know, but I mean, looking at it, I can see why a touchdown favorite though. I mean, I'm just a little confused about it because I'm like, is it just no respect on the undefeated Oklahoma State name, I'm looking at the line of scrimmage. I'm like, okay, I think Oklahoma State might have a small advantage there. Like, I think they're a little bit better, but like, what do y'all think it is? What is that Vegas is seeing that most people are not seeing?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Do they know something that we don't know? Because
I think overall, I think it's the overall talent that
Hold on, Tuck. We
Iowa
can't
State
see.
possibly has.
Tuck, where's your eyes? Where's your eyes, Tuck?
What do you mean, where's my eyes?
I don't
We
see
can't
your
see that.
eyes.
We can't see that, but
Oh, my bad,
your
because
mouth, brother.
that big old banner. Okay, so all right, so I believe it's probably based off of their it's based off their talent, maybe because they match up. Games all about matchups,
right.
and they match up pretty well with Oklahoma. I mean, as far as scheme, and they got some decent players. They ain't got no 5 stars and all types of stuff like that, but scheme wise, Oklahoma struggles. And games on the road, and how many points do you get on the road? 3.5 or 4,
3,
something like that. So I mean, we never know. I mean, like I said, they could be getting money on both sides. Vegas is.
They probably are. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're getting a lot of money on Oklahoma State.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. I don't know. But I could see it. I could see it going both ways. It's not like it's going like everybody been saying.
I will say this though. I'm looking up the stats and I'm looking at Oklahoma State averages 26.5 points a game. Iowa State averages over 30 points a game. It's like 33.
And they are a different team from when, like, we had the debacle with them a few weeks ago with Iowa.
Right.
They have flipped a switch over the past couple of weeks to actually be a totally different team than what they was beforehand. And the Bear just made him one of his 3 plays for the day. He just took Iowa State as one of his 3 guarantees for the day.
Well, is Purdy back starting at quarterback?
Yeah,
I think he is. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said,
I looked at it a little bit more, but I didn't really go deep into it. But I was just wondering what y'all thought a little bit more about it.
I don't know, man.
But also a game that we talked about the other night. I know we had to do it kind of quick, but I'm real interested about this. I think this game is really interesting too, because we gave our picks. This is not so much about picks, just talking about previewing today. Right. So it's like you got LSU, and have y'all seen the end zone, the Ole Miss end zone? It says Manning in the Ole Miss end zone, which is kind of cool since they retiring numbers and stuff. And Arch will be there.
Of course, got to be.
Well, Arch is there on an actual trip, but what do y'all see from this LSU team? What do you think this LSU team is going to do? I mean, if you look at it, one thing they might be down about Coach O, but hell, they just came off beating Florida. They just came off beating one of their rivals. You know what I'm saying? Like, do this team play for Coach O a little bit harder for the rest of the year and go in there and continue to shock the world, or what we feel like we at?
I have to echo my good friend and partner, Ben Dennis. I can't take that from it last week. What LSU did last week against Florida, I can't take that from it. I cannot take that from it. I don't know who's going to show up. I do not know. I have no clue. I think I rolled with Ole Miss on this game. I'm going to keep my pick the same, but I do not know what LSU team is going to show up. Hell, I don't even know what Ole Miss team or who's playing quarterback for Ole Miss.
They're holding that. They're not saying, they're just saying, they're just talking about, they haven't really officially announced anything. I just put it like that. Everybody just kind of knows.
Do they have to announce it 90 minutes beforehand, or they don't have to announce it at all?
They don't have to.
They can just say he's available to play. If they say he's available to play, they can say he's available to play, kind of thing, and then he don't play.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or when they announced the starting quarterback, kind of like the Georgia situation, like everybody was like, okay, is JT gonna play? Is he gonna play? Then all of a sudden, okay, Stetson Bennett is announced to start in the stadium, and then it's kind of like
boom,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I mean, that's why I look at it, man. I'm like, it's just game after game after game today. I think these 4 games, and we're gonna talk about these 2, Oregon and UCLA, and Clemson versus Pittsburgh, are games that they're kind of toss-up game. You got a UCLA, and Oregon and UCLA game. That's another top 25 versus unranked team. That's an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
But we already know how the top 25 is really fluid. It's really, really fluid. And the question is, with the other game with Clemson and Pittsburgh, can Pittsburgh really pull this off with Mr. Kenny Pickett that everybody's hyping, everybody's doing well? Can Oregon pull this? I mean, can Pittsburgh pull this off?
If there ever was a year for Pittsburgh to do it, this is the year to do it.
This is
I
it.
think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's gonna keep going like that.
I really think that the only thing is I think Venables is going to bring something that he hasn't been shown all year.
Right.
Because he does that sometimes, like during the year, he'll throw in something that hasn't been shown and try to confuse a young quarterback. But he's not a young quarterback, but he's gonna try to throw something in there that's just different, and that's the only thing I could see on the defense side. Offensively, I don't know.
Venables can't play offensive line and quarterback.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sorry, he just can't. He can't do that. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Clemson, man. It's so many games right now. Like you have to just watch it. I'm like, I just don't know what to expect from it. But a game we didn't talk about on Thursday. What do you guys expect from this newfound Tennessee? And I don't mean to win the game because it is Alabama. It is Alabama homecoming, and it is a rivalry game. Blah 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 blah. But my question is, I feel like this game will be more competitive than I did 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With the line being 17, I think it's still 17 and a half. Can they cover that line? Or are they just still too weak on defense?
I think they're still too weak on defense. That's the killer. And don't get me wrong. If Alabama comes in there, a little whatever, if they try to go in there being like, oh, we're gonna blow these boys out, and they suffer on a couple of drives, it's not sustainable drives or whatever. Like, but like Dave said, it's all about the trenches especially with Alabama. And shout out to my cousin, Brandon Kennedy and everything, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get no push on that offensive line. On that defensive line. That's the killer part.
But if this is the year to do it, right now will be the time to make it a game to where you can make it a game in the third or fourth quarter if you can. But what's the hell for Hooker, the quarterback? Is it going to be Milton again? Is it going to be Fireball Milton? You can talk about more with an arm but it's inaccurate. Is it going to be him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Those are the questions when it comes to that type of stuff. But man, look, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be, even though it's not top 25 matchups, I think it's going to be some great games today. If Chuck is still on here, I know Chuck got something to say about his A&M team. But Chuck, tell me about your Notre Dame.
Oh man,
what's your feeling?
Right now, I think they'll win.
Will they cover?
No, I'm not gonna cover. USC is fighting for their interim coach. I think they really like this guy. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? I mean, I don't see. Like I said, I gotta see how tall the grass is at Notre Dame Stadium. But this ain't no Reggie Bush on that other. There's no Reggie Bush on that other end. But I think USC gonna come in there and they have all the momentum a little bit, and then it's gonna settle in, and then it's gonna Notre Dame's gonna lull the game, and then they're gonna win the game at the end of the game. So that's what I think. But never know. We're at touchdown Jesus, so gonna be too much going on.
Anyway, but let's look at a little bit of comments. We got Chuck talking about facts, undercover ASU lovers. Okay, if you say so, Chuck.
Oh my God.
Steve said, "Good morning, fella. What up, Steve?"
Steve.
Then we got love for games too. Who's ready for the Pitt and Clemson game? We ready for it, man. I mean,
what is that? 11 o'clock game?
2:30.
2:30.
2:30. Okay.
A lot of these games today are at 2:30. Like a lot of these games that we got like toss-ups on. The LSU Ole Miss game is 2:30. Oklahoma State, Iowa State 2:30. Oregon UCLA is 2:30, and Clemson and Pittsburgh is 2:30. So you got those.
11 o'clock.
It's not a lot of 11 o'clock games. It's not a lot of great, but not like last week. But you got The one that we talked about the other day was Syracuse at Virginia Tech. We talked about them
Oh, okay. Well, you got Michigan Northwestern at 11.
at 11. But do y'all
You got
think that Michigan?
Oklahoma.
You think Michigan gonna continue to roll?
This might be a slip up right here. Is it in
Could be.
Chicago?
It is.
Let's see what they
It's
are.
a
Oh
20.
wow.
They got 21.5-point
Yeah.
favorite.
That's a little high. That's a little high. But I mean, Northwestern is not. I don't think they're able to.
No, it's at Michigan. Excuse me. It is
never
at the
mind.
Big
No,
House.
there's a blowout. Yeah.
You got
It is at
Illinois.
Michigan.
You got Illinois and Penn State at 11.
Illinois is getting better. You also got Wake Forest and Army.
Army. Oh, that's right. Wake Forest and Army. That look, and they're playing in West Point. Fun fact: they got these brand new uniforms they're going to debut today. Also, and
are they Nike?
Oh yeah, all day. I think the Ranger 5 uniforms they're gonna have out. By far, if anybody's neck and neck with Oregon on uniforms, it's Army.
Right.
By the way, they
I got an assignment for you. For you. We need to have a uniform. You need to have a graphic of the uniform of the week, man.
Oh, okay.
You know how to pick them. Seem like So what's better, the Oregon uniform or the Army uniform?
To me, low key, Army uniforms is killing Oregon's all day.
Okay.
Low key.
Okay.
All day. It ain't even funny.
Try and get the possibly, but they got a couple good games tonight too. But I think it's just the slate in general. The slate in general is not a star-studded slate this week. But
them Braves, them Braves, they looking trying to pull an all-time Atlanta.
Hey man, they should have lost the other night in LA. They should have lost, but it'd have been too much of the Braves if it was like we gonna win in LA. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do that, and then go area talking about FSU. Well, Ben ain't on here, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Ben
lost service as soon as he said he lost service as soon as he pulled in the parking lot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Y'all didn't want Ben didn't want y'all to hear him screaming at them kids. That's all that was. That's all that really was. But
pretty much.
Pat. Oh, hey Pat, you owe somebody some money, Pat.
You owe somebody some money, Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, Pat would have won some money if we would have betted that hour game.
Where that money at, Pat? See, every time you want your money, but when it's time to pay
win tonight, it's a home game.
I hope so, Steve.
It's a home game in Atlanta, though. Did that really make any difference?
Please don't listen to Tuck. Tuck bleeds Dodger blue.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No, I don't believe no.
Yankee blue.
Thank you.
Yankee blue. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for that. I know that's blasphemous to say something like that to a.
Hey, I do rock with this team right here. I rock with this one. The 95 Braves. The 95 Braves. I do rock with them. Ron Gant.
I don't know why, but
because those was the guys.
Oh, what Tuck? What I mean, Pat? What $10 I owe you?
Yeah, he gonna have to.
What? Please tell me what $10 I owe you. Please, I'm for real. I ain't trying to be funny. What $10 I owe you for what?
He don't know.
What was our game we betting on today? I think I got $5 bet with Ben. What game is that?
I got a $5 bet with
Louisville.
Yeah.
So Louisville and Boston College, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What time that game?
Iowa State.
Iowa versus Iowa State. Come on, from like 7 weeks ago.
That was
Pat, I paid you, bro. I paid you, dog.
Pat got a little touch of dementia.
Pat, you sure I ain't paid you? Go back between your cash app, dog. You know, I normally just go ahead and pay and get it over with.
They won't feel the pain, the sting.
Hey, you could have just told me. You could have told me that, Pat. I don't remember that. He said no, I didn't. Okay.
Oh
well,
man,
as soon as it's over with, I got you.
Go look at your what you call it.
Oh, you know I'm gonna look at my cash app history. You know I'm gonna do that. Okay, Will Mark, what's up? What's up, Will? Will says Dodgers down another pitcher.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Atlanta should get it done tonight. But I think Houston cheaters are going to, they're going to.
We're not going there. I'm gonna let you have that right now.
You want to bet you didn't pay? Oh wow! Look at that! Look at it! See, that's how he's trying to do that double psychology shit.
You know, see, he trying to be cocky. You trying to be cocky? It's all good though. It's all good because
there's only one way to find out. Check the cash app.
I'm gonna check it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I paid $20 on the show. out of my own pocket on Thursday. So don't talk about somebody that don't pay. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, Pat. Don't do that. Don't be trying to ruin folks' reputation. You the one that did you get paid yet?
Uh-oh.
I'm checking right now. You know, Cash App, man. I don't get the little coin noise no more, man. I think they
He
let me
said,
see some
Pat
money.
said, Bubs Houston.
Man, whatever, man.
Oh, that's
I
Big
ain't.
Pat. Big Pat said it. Big Pat said it.
What you said this
Verify. You
morning?
see it? Yeah, right there.
Okay.
He
No
just said
wonder
it.
he talking.
904. 904.
Yeah, that's
No
why he
wonder,
talking.
no wonder he talking. Okay, that's what it is. He needed $10 back to get out the negative. Okay, I get it. I get it. Hold on, sir. Hold on. You ain't said nothing but 2 words. You ain't said nothing but 2 words. However, what other game are y'all looking forward to today? Is there any other game that y'all can think about y'all looking forward to today that we didn't hit on Thursday? You know, just a little something, you know.
Yeah. I don't.
Let me see. I'm looking through the.
Yeah, I'm looking through the.
Oh, how about this? And I know they're not playing a great team today, but I mean, I just want to see more Superman Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, they playing
Yeah,
Kansas.
they got what Kansas? They got Big Bad Kansas today.
Yeah, Kansas is and they are almost a 40-point favorite. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Like I
I
said,
just want to see more of him.
I mean, this is where it comes to the point of there's no, I'm not saying there's no real great games today. So yeah.
I mean, I'm even looking all the way in the SWAC. We don't really have nothing there.
No, I look.
mean,
I mean, that's what I'm looking right now. I don't see nothing.
Because next week's gonna be hell.
Oh yeah,
It's a
this week.
lot. It's like, next week is like fully packed across college football in general. With like kind of like just good, solid games, like for real. And what's Pat name on here?
Big Pat.
Yeah,
I won't check that Cash App history, but before you seen that money, that's all
no,
I
don't
get.
worry about it. He didn't get it. He can have it. If he need a little 10 little funky dollars, there you go.
Get a little fucking dollar.
It's all
let's see,
good.
man. I
It's
mean, I'm
done.
all up here, man. I'm even looking in the doggone league, but God, dog. Well, you got P and Yale today. Oh,
It's just it's one of them it's one of them days where it's like if you really look at it, this is when you talk about changing the subject just a little bit. This is when they really talk about like, oh, go ahead, Dave, you got one?
well, he got Miles of Kentucky State today. They had a battle of the bands, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game though.
That should be. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm still looking.
I tell you one thing, man, I know we don't do a lot. I want to give a shout out to my brother, man. I want to give a shout out to my brother Teddy Keaton, man, and what they're doing down there at Allen University, man. Like they really are coming up, and this is Teddy's MO, man. Teddy builds programs from scratch. This is his 3rd program he's built from scratch, and got those boys competitive. They had a little bit of an up and down year, but man, I'm just so super proud of what they're doing at Allen, man. In the SEAC, really their first year, doing their thing, man. And please keep it up, keep it up, T. Is Corral playing? That's the question.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
That's the big question right now. We don't know if he's playing or not playing. I haven't heard anything different about what his status is. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air for me. Because if he don't play, I don't know if they gonna play that same backup they played last week, or did they work a package in for Plumlee during the week?
I mean, if that's probably what they did. That's why they ain't saying too much. But
Do you think it makes that big of a difference? In what
I
you
do.
take? Would you take LSU if Corral ain't playing?
Yes, I took LSU anyway. So I think, like I said, I think they're going to Max Johnson. I mean, Max Johnson is playing way better now. He's playing with more confidence.
Right.
That defense is still pretty good. And LSU plays. I mean, when Ole Miss plays a good defense, it's not that good. They struggled against Tennessee. That kind of opened my eyes up a little bit about Ole Miss. Going against Tuscaloosa, going in Tuscaloosa, Lane did go for it a couple times, but
a couple.
Oh my bad, several. Several
He
times.
ain't made a fourth down yet. He didn't like.
Yeah, so
shit, fourth down like first down to him. Oh, it's on the 10.
How many points did LSU give up to Florida? What was
LSU game
42.
was 4. That wasn't much.
40, wasn't it 42?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 40 because it was what 45-42 was that final score?
Right. So I'm looking at if LSU if Florida's scoring if they're scoring that many and Florida defense ain't no slouch either. Ole Miss doesn't have a good defense.
No, I guess the point I was making, I hope the LSU don't either. So again, I can't take that from what they did last week. I don't know
Because LSU has more injuries this week too.
Yeah.
They've had more things this week that have happened. So it's like, what can you really take from it? You know what I'm saying?
But they've had stuff happen every week to me. I don't know, like maybe they're a little tested. It don't even matter.
Hey man, I don't know, but I knew it was the question I wanted to ask you two was that weeks like this, not saying it's bad football or stuff like that. I think it kind of reiterates the point of when people try to say we can't have this 16 team playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Like weeks like this, like if this week didn't happen, and I understand things happen and all sort of kind of stuff like that, but weeks like this, and people say we can't have a 16 team playoff because it's too long.
Right.
I just feel like I look at it like, yeah, you could. You just might only be able to get people like, well, you only could get 10 or 11 games. Okay, if you get 10 or 11 games, you just cut 1 week. You cut 1 week, you double your field automatically. So you're talking about doubling your field from 4 to 8. Okay. So you really only got to find 1 more week to take it from 8 to 16. And then we say, what happens to the bowls? Who says anything has to happen to the bowls? You can still use the bowls like you're doing now and make it 16.
Right.
So it's like we already started with a week 0. keep a week 0, make that week 0 week 1 or whatever you do, and then kind of just make it go there. I just don't think 1 week here and 1 week there is going to make this big difference like people trying to make it out to be. Right. And then you got your 12, you got your 16.
I mean, it's already the blueprint is there in FCS and Division 2. You know what I mean? Whatever they do, just do the same thing and be done with it. Just incorporate your bowls.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, that's oh, here we go. And now he back. Now he back.
Who that Ben Dennis?
No, this Pat talking. It's Pat. He just keep coming. He just keep coming. Now he done got a little $10. Now he don't know how to be quiet.
Oh my God!
I like Clemson over Pitt. I'm sure you do. Taking away games hurt smaller. I look. We know this. We know this already about the money games. We already know this. But
if Pat would have been on the show like the last couple of nights, who would have known this?
We already had this conversation.
My devil's advocate to what he said is that, I mean, honestly, yeah, but who is Alabama? Alabama ain't helping no smaller schools in the state. No way. I'm just using Alabama for example. They don't play anybody in the state. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, who I don't see the smaller D1s hurting them. I mean,
that's what I'm trying to figure out. How does it hurt them if they?
If it's not an HBCU, I mean, where are they hurting it?
Or we can just really be real about it and use the bowls as the playoffs.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that,
trying to say,
everybody been saying that.
And what I mean by that is like, okay, you do this. You had this month off. Everybody don't have a month off because some people play their last game in the end of, in the middle of November, whatever. And hell, by the time December come around, they playing their first bowl game. They playing the bowl game because bowl season is like 5 weeks. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not like other teams ain't playing.
Yeah. What is it? Right before Christmas or right after Christmas? 1 or 2.
Shit, it start like on the 14th.
Yeah.
It start early. It start early. If you pull up the bowl schedule from last year, research department, pull up the bowl schedule from last year, and you will see like it literally goes like some of them be as early like the 7th. You know what I'm saying? Something like that until you get all the way to the national championship game on January 10th or 11th. Like it's like that's a whole month. So you're trying to tell me with these kids that already don't go home, they don't go home for the most part. They there during the summer because they working out during the summer. They working out. They doing this all the time. Basically, having a full-time job, which you're not really allowed to have, especially now with NIL. You got NIL now, so you got name, image, and likeness that can help. These folks. You mean to sit up here and try to tell me right now that we can't find a way to make it work?
Yeah,
All right,
they're gonna find a way.
the first bowl game. I'll just go from
Yeah,
this year.
around that time. Yeah,
The first bowl game this year, it'll be December 17th.
that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah,
And look, how much more money can you make for a damn playoff game on Christmas Eve
right.
Yeah.
or Christmas weekend?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's like
I
I just
mean,
feel like there's a way for it to. There's a way for it to work. There's a way that everybody
there's no
can
right.
make
I
this
mean,
thing work.
bro, there's no argument against it.
Okay,
I
so
mean, you can't say that you can't start at a point in time like you said, December 17th. Yeah, you can. To be honest with you, you can start right
what
after Christmas. You can start right after Christmas. Go ahead and get your first round in. Second round, the next game is the second round. It's just like the NFL. Oh hell, just like the FCS.
you're
Pick
going from
one.
16 to 8. You're going from
Yes,
8 to
it's not
4.
hard to do this, guys.
Hey,
Oh, we're thinking too
hey,
much about it.
fun fact, they actually got a bowl game on Christmas.
They
Yes,
normally do.
yeah. I
So it's,
remember
I did
back in the
not know
day.
that. I didn't know that. I swear I did. I did not know they
I
had a
remember
bowl game
back
on
in
Christmas.
the day they used to have the
Hawaii one.
blue and remember they used to have
Hawaii is on
at Crampton
Christmas
Bowl, they
Eve,
had the blue
actually.
gray game at Crampton Bowl. It was an
Yeah,
all-star
Yep.
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
So
Star game on the 20 on Christmas.
on Christmas Day. So
Yeah, they
bro,
just spell they damn Christmas in Montgomery.
you're
God
right.
help.
Who wants to do that? So
Not if you ain't from there. Not if you ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to do that? That's what I'm saying. Like, we have options that we can really dive into. That, like I said, that was just a thought that just popped in my head. That ain't something I've been researching nothing like that. But it's just like I think what people have trouble with is the fact that we added these games. I remember when it went from 10 to 11,
mhm.
and people like lost their crap about having this many games to where now it's like it's 11 to what? We had what? 12?
12. And
You know
that's
what I'm
not
saying?
including what? That's not including championship, right?
No, you got 12. You got 12 regular season games, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
got
12.
12. You got 12 regular season games.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't went within a span of 10 to 15 years from 10 to 12. We done added two more games. So we don't went from
Mm-hmm.
two more games that we added to that. Now
Then
you
you had
add. Go
yeah,
ahead.
okay. Yeah. Then you got the championship game for a bowl. I mean, conference championship
13.
game,
That's why it's 15-0 now if you go
right?
undefeated.
And then
So
you have the two rounds of the playoffs.
that's
Why
15.
not
So it's
add?
15.
Yeah, so why not add two more games? What's two more games?
And,
Oh, I'm
and
trying to
here's
figure
the
out what.
thing too. Here's the thing though. And what I think a lot of people get caught up in the amount of games. What we got to realize is that every team is not going to play the same amount of games at the end of the
Nope,
day. You know what
nope.
I'm saying? Somebody may not even play a conference championship, get to the playoff, lose first round, and they done. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be every team playing those amount of games. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pat to my limit
I
conference
I
championship game.
I I feel you on that, Pat. The only
I'm
thing with
half and
that,
half on that.
I think we needed to create some type of separation because I think you got to wait somebody that wins that conference, unless you're just going to do it by regular season. But then you're going to have everybody playing everybody in order to get that. So I think you have to have that conference championship.
I think what's going to have to happen for this continue to move forward is something out of the ordinary is going to happen. Like, it can't be with the four that we got now. I mean, we already know it's moving in that direction, but I think something's going to have to be out of ordinary. But it's something that will think about more, and we'll talk about more when it comes to that time. That's a whole nother discussion because there's a lot of things that goes into it that we're not talking about right now. We all know about money, we all know about scheduling and all this other type of stuff like that. But to me, this is part of what makes college football, D1 college football, great, is because they want the controversy. And people get mad all the time. I tell you, I said, Division I Power 5 college football has never had a clear champion for most people. Back in the
I
day, whether
mean,
it was an AP poll or someone voting this team with a national championship, and they got two losses.
and like I've said a lot of times, that if you just look at the name FBS Football Bowl Series, it's never meant to have a champion. It's meant to have
Right.
bowls.
Right.
And versus FCS football championship series, they were meant to have a. That's why they crown a true champion. This what we're doing. I mean, do you realize that we used to have a time? It was a time and period. People used to vote for who was going to be the champion.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
You vote. Okay, well, here we'll give it to Penn State this year.
Right. And then it's like the times when it's like you have an undefeated team that beat number one, and because this other team that lost 2 games playing someone in a bowl, man, all of a sudden they move it up to blah 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 to get a national championship. But people don't have a problem claiming those.
So
No,
don't.
they gonna claim.
Oh
They'll put them on
no.
jackets and posters and
Or helmets.
doormats, all helmets and.
But you know that's all part of it. That's
I
all
digress.
part of it.
I digress.
I digress.
The whole show is digressing away from that because it's going up, about 9:23, man. But look, man, it's been a great morning, man. We really just want to talk a little bit of ball. Y'all do know how we do on Saturday morning, man. We just really want to talk and see how y'all feeling about the day. I still think it's gonna be a good day of football, especially this 2:30 slate. This 2:30 slate, I'm going to have 7 screens up and ready to ride. But hey, it's gonna be a good one, man. So and watch some of these teams that you don't normally watch. Watch the Wake Forests, man. Some of these teams that are doing good this year that you don't normally watch. The Alabama Tennessee game into 7:00 for people in this region. Auburn's off this week for people in this region. Georgia's off this week. Watch some of these other games, man. Watch some of these other teams. You're like, okay, they're in the top 25. Watch the Pittsburgh. Why they're good. Kenny Pickett and some of these other teams. San Diego State. Watch them. They're a pretty good team. Moving on, but I'm saying like watch someone different, man. So you can expand your mind when we're talking about football. Some of you guys can expand your mind when you're talking about football. Here we go. He's still talking.
Pat.
He must be his daughter's game.
Need to break
he must be
away
his
from
daughter's game. They getting ready to play or something because he's a little chitty chatty today.
Well, Pat, you talking about breaking away from the Power Five? We've already been having that conversation for over a year, and actually, we've been having that conversation for the past 2-3 years, saying that it was coming. So we already know it's coming. It's just that it's a matter of time of when it's going to do. Because last year, even though it was a COVID year, put the nail into the coffin. Like, okay, we really don't need you. We really don't need you. The conferences are making this happen without you. Like that's just what it is. So we know that, man, and we gonna get more into that. There's always 6,000 topics that we can hit when it comes to that. But yes, we have been saying that the Power Five is going to pull away. It's going to be independent. It's going to be a commissioner for the Power Five and the NCAA. I told you the NCAA cares about one thing: basketball.
That's it.
Because that's the one sport they really get paid money off of. They want that billions of dollars of contract from CBS and Turner and all them. That's all they care about money wise. Because they ain't making no money off the playoffs. Because the playoffs is not associated with the NCAA. They ain't making no money off the bowls. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, I think, man, hey, it depends on if it's a crazy day or not. We'll see if we get a DSF after dark.
It'll be like super crazy or something like that.
Yeah, it gotta be seen. But probably because people have been asking for it. So if we do, we'll do it for 30 minutes and we'll let y'all know.
The only thing about the after dark, man, after dark has to be organic, man. It can't be one that's playing. I know y'all asking for it. I got a request the other day, man. It's just something that just kind of comes off the cuff. Trust me. When we get an after dark show, it's not planned. It's just
we don't talk about it beforehand.
We just get a link through the email and then just.
All right, let's ride, Clyde.
But if something stupid happened,
yeah.
If something stupid happened, I think it's gonna happen. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, if UMass covered at 35, we gonna hear from Ben. Now I said they gonna win. If UMass covered at 35, we gonna hear from Ben. I'm telling you right now. So y'all might well just go ahead and get ready for this. But man, we go get out of here. We'll see what happened during the day, man. But hey, y'all take care, man. Enjoy this great fall weather, even though we got rain coming a little bit next week for a couple of days. But enjoy this good little chilly weather and sunny and bright. And do something productive today, man. Be productive in your life today. If you don't do nothing else, be productive.
Hey man, I'm going out to the park today, man. I'm going out to go and check out Park West and Wilder, man. The 12 and under. Shit, this right here, battle for first place for playoffs. So they right over here. They're actually gonna play the game at the high school right over here at Mount, man. That's what I'm gonna be. So shout out to both parks. BSF podcast to be on site.
Yeah. Shout out to Pennsylvania, my cousin Makai Mitchell, for doing his thing last game. Also shout out to those Central Coosa Cougars on their first win of the year.
There you go.
Things have changed.
Hey, how about those Hoover Bucks?
We'll talk about that.
Hey. It's still Hoover University down there. Them Bucks.
I'm gonna give that game an asterisk, Hoover. I'm sorry, don't hate me.
We gotta give it an asterisk.
We gotta give it an asterisk, bro.
Oh man, come on, let's go. Dog. They did that for my boy Rush, man. Shout out to Rush Prost, man. I know you listen.
Oh my God.
Whatever. Anyway, we ain't see, but anyway, I want to give a shout out to my nephew, man. Played his last game last night. And in typical Gaston City fashion, they blew it. And I'm not gonna talk about this on the air because I never know who's gonna see it. But boy, I got a lot to say. I done seen y'all blow 3 losses this year. Blow.
Let it rip.
No, I can't let it rip, man, because you gotta keep
that's gonna be on the After Dark show.
Bruh, like
high school after dark.
But I will say they do the most predictable stuff. So if you ever be like the worst case scenario in football, it'd be like, oh man, they win it by 2 touchdowns with 4 minutes left. Ain't no way they can come back. And then the other team come back and win by 3. That's the type of stuff that they do. Yeah. Or it'd be like, oh, they down by a touchdown. They down by a touchdown with 2 minutes left in the game. Oh, the other team need to block a punt, but hey, that ain't gonna happen. That's tough. That type of stuff that happen to them. And you just be like,
quarterback young, right?
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
He's young, right?
He's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. But that's a whole different story, man. We gonna talk about, but man, I'm happy for him, man. I'm gonna get him down here doing the now that his season over, man. Give him some more time down here. Take him down the memory lane to get him some shoes. Since Tuck don't want to get nobody.
Hey, taking the memory lane, and my boys are down at Sneakers Inc. though.
I'm gonna take him there.
Take Sneakers Inc. Those my guys down there. I like them.
He don't know nothing about that,
Go tell about Raider. Tell Raider I sent you.
You know what? Tuck always talking about these hookups he got, but we don't never get no fruit. No, we don't never get no fruits of this labor.
I mean, these guys. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, we can talk. We gotta talk business at the shop. We can't talk business.
Yeah, we'll talk off here. But anyway, we don't win left. But anyway, shout out to all the high school seniors, man, who finished their season last night, man. And for those that getting ready to go to the playoffs, man, I think it's going to be I think last night proved nothing else that you can't take nothing for granted. You can't put nothing in stone when you're talking about high school kids and you're talking about football. So hope y'all enjoy it. Hope we getting ready for it. But nothing else, man. Enjoy the day. We'll see y'all later, man. Maybe with a DSF After Dark. If y'all want it, y'all know what to do. Hashtag DSF After Dark. Tag the page. Do something. Hit us up personally. But nothing else, fellas. We're going to be out. And we'll see y'all hopefully later on with something funny to talk about. Peace.
Dear Jeter.